2015, Ford decided to do a complete redesign of the Mustang GT to compete in the European and other world markets. Was it a hit or a miss? Let's find out. This is a 2015 Mustang GT. Alright you guys, so let's take it out for a ride. So something that you should know about these new Mustangs is they are not like your grandpa's Mustang or even your dad's Mustang or even the Mustang you bought last year. Alright, the 2015 Mustang GTs are the start of Ford including independent rear suspension on the Mustangs. This enables them to turn so much better, and they are definitely trying to cut down on the negative stereotype that Mustangs can't turn. Under the hood of this car is the Coyote engine, okay? So 5.0, 435 horsepower, 400 pounds of torque. Very, very good engine. Has a lot of power. It does have a sort of variable valve timing. It's Ford's own system for it. And it performs very nicely. It enables you to have very nice and smooth driving when you want to, but then when you really want to get on it, you can have some fun with it. The exhaust note is great. Something to also add is the cabin in this car definitely has a lot of noise reduction, I guess you could say. You really can't hear much from outside. This is why a lot of people have been putting louder exhaust on this car and wondering, is this exhaust really that loud? Well, the answer is usually yes, you just can't hear it too well. So the car just drives great. On the turns, it feels very nice, very smooth. Suspension is good. Please note that this is the base model. So it doesn't have the performance springs that the performance package would have. So it's not as, I guess you could say, as track ready. But that's alright. It's still a fun ride. Primarily, I bought the base model because I know I'll probably be modifying it in the future anyway. So some of the things that the performance package came with would be pretty known. Now this is also an automatic. I just wanted something that was just more chill to drive. So it has a 6-speed automatic transmission. Paddle shifters work pretty nice too. This transmission is no slouch. It definitely does shift very nicely, very quickly. It knows what I want to do, when I want to do it. Also has a nice little sports mode where when you put in sports mode, the throttle response gets a lot better. And it will road through the gears a lot nicer, and it'll keep the car nice upper RPMs. So it's more for when you know you want to mess around, so you have it ready for when you mess around. The car brakes very well also. Obviously with this much power you need good brakes. The performance package does come with Brembos, but these ones are also very nice as well. Let's talk a bit about how the car looks, alright? Now the Mustang is gorgeous, okay? It just has a certain eloquence to it. It looks nice, it's classy, it still looks very aggressive. It does have the remade front lights. Now those front lights are awesome, alright? Let's talk a little bit more about those front lights. Now obviously Ford, with putting this car on the European market, they needed to make the car look a lot more, I guess, more competitive to the European cars that are offered, alright? So the BMWs, the Audis, the Mercedes. So they definitely had changed up the front fascia. They also have those really nice fog lights on the bottom. They used to always be in the grille, but they decided to take those off. I like it. And then they even added in the little fangs in the grille. Now this definitely makes a lot of non-Mustang people look at the Mustang, and now they even consider owning a Mustang. Let's talk a bit about the back end of this car, okay? Now the taillights are amazing, okay? They sit in flush very nicely. They still have the sequential ordering going on when you're using your signals. So you know they'll still go on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And also the reverse light is now on the bottom as well. They still do have the dual exhaust going on. So that does look very nice. The whole thing is put together very nice. You'll also notice that there's no more GT gas cap emblem. Now it is just a standard GT symbol. And that's alright. It looks very nice to me. I was never a big fan of the fake gas cap. And also, if you got the 4-cylinder, now you get the pony. You got the 6-cylinder, now you got the pony with the red, white, and blue stripes behind it. The only modification I have done so far to this car exterior-wise was tinting the windows. I really do feel like it Definitely helped clean up the look a lot. Definitely went with the whole theme of it. I tinted both the front and back windows. I feel it goes pretty well with the color. By the way, let's talk about the color just a little bit. This color is called 𝗗𝗲𝗁 Metallic. As you can see, it's more of a greenish look to it. It's green metallic. In the sunlight, it definitely has a lot of a metallic look. In the dark, though, it can get pretty dark looking. Sometimes it can look as pretty similar to the 𝗗𝗏 green, even though it is not as dark as that in person. Ford is definitely trying to get this car ready for the European market. If you did not know, the last time a Mustang was sold in Europe was 1979. So Ford knew that they had to come in strong, they had to come in fiercely, and they had to come in with a very elegant body style to tie it all together. And it really is. I mean, let's look at it from the side, all right? We go from the side, we sweep off to the left. You'll see there's very nice lines going on, okay? From the front of the hood, underneath the door handle, it goes on, then it ends, and then it goes right up on the back. Now that fastback look, it's just timeless. This is something you buy if you want something that'll look nice, you want something that'll perform nicely, you want something that will turn heads everywhere you go. Alright, now for everything I love about this car, there are a few gripes I have about it, alright? One gripe, the trunk is unaligned on the back, okay? And that is just an example of the Ford craftsmanship you will usually get out of the Mustangs, the Fusions, the Focuses, whatever Ford has. Now, obviously, I'm going to take it in to get it fixed, so that's not too bad, but it's still a bit of an annoyance. I'm going to have to take it in on an oil change and say, hey, can you fix this? How long will this take? Hopefully, they'll give me a rental car if it takes too long, but I'll just have to see when I go in. Another gripe I have with the car is that the base model wheels, all right? Now, I know I said I'm going to change them up, but in the meantime, it's kind of annoying. Okay, they're only 18x8s. Ford, why are you selling a car 435 horsepower, 400 pounds of torque, with only 18x8s all around? Alright, that is ridiculous. My 2006 350Z had 8.5s on the back at least. And you're pulling that, you're pulling even less with this much power. Obviously, this was a probably more economical decision, gas saver decision. I don't care. I don't buy a Mustang to save gas. You want to buy a Mustang to save gas? Don't do it. That's like buying a Corvette as a family car. It just doesn't work. The sound from the factory, it was alright, but I will say probably to make it appeal more to the European markets, they did add a huge suitcase resonator into the exhaust. I did take it off, put an X pipe in place, so it does have a lot more throaty sound. It does sound a lot nicer, but still kind of an annoyance. Overall, this is a car you buy if you want something that looks nice, you want something with power, and you want something that can go when you need it to go. I highly recommend this car. For the price point, it is very nice, okay? MSRP is about $32, $33 for the base model automatic. So you could actually get a manual version for even less if that's what you want. Alright guys, let's wrap it all up, okay? Now this car is great. Definitely recommend it if this is what you are looking for. It looks nice, sounds nice, performs very nicely. 435 horsepower, looks amazing. The front lights look great, the back lights look great, the whole side profile is just amazing. Also, IRS, Mustangs can turn. Don't say they can't, that is just a lie nowadays. Okay, I just wish Ford would get the craftsmanship a bit better and also not give some of the limited base model options. Other than that, it is awesome. Take it as you would. If you buy one, let me know. If you're thinking of buying one, have more questions, comment below.